Welcome to SKU digital classes. This is Himanshu Dixit, Department of English, Shri Krishna University, Chhatarpur, Madhya Pradesh. Today I am going to deliver a lecture on active voice, passive voice of past tense because in earlier lecture I discussed about the passive voice of present tense. So we will go ahead, and this is beneficial for the class of BA 3rd SEM, LLB 3rd SEM and BA LLB 3rd SEM. Active voice and passive voice. Active voice there are two types of voice, active voice and passive voice. Active voice is that in which in active voice subject is in active mode and subject perform the action expressed by the verb. And example, Mohan is writing a letter. So Mohan is definite over here, that Mohan is writing a letter. And passive voice, in passive voice the object is in active mode. Suppose that and passive voice is used in such type of condition where there is no need of subject. And suppose this temple was built by many years ago, so there is no need to tell about the who built the temple. After that, this is the chart. If any sentence is subject is in active voice, that is I, so that will be changed in me, he will be changed in him, she will be changed in her, you will be changed in you, they will be changed in them, we will be changed in us, it will be the same, and who will be whom. So after that we will study about the passive voice of past tense. Past indefinite tense. First of all, we will discuss about the simple past indefinite. If sentence is in past indefinite tense, so we will frame that sentence into passive voice. So the structure will be like object plus was or were plus third form of verb plus by plus subject. Suppose the sentence is I wrote a book. I wrote a book. In this sentence, first of all we will identify and we will recognize that which tense this is. This is past indefinite tense. So in that we will frame this sentence in passive voice. So first of all we will add here object, a book. Book is a singular number. Then we will put here was. A book was, third form of verb. Write, wrote, written. Third form of write is written. A book was written by. Firstly, I had discussed that I would be changed in me, by me. So this is the passive voice of I wrote a letter. Object plus was the verb plus third form of verb plus by plus subject. This is simple. And negative just as simple. Structure will be object plus was or verb plus not or never plus third form of verb plus by plus subject. Object plus was a verb or not or never. So in active sentence, this sentence would be in negative form, like they did not deliver they did not deliver a fine speech. Firstly, we recognize that this sentence is in past tense and past tense in negative form. Then we will think that what is the structure of making the passive voice of this sentence. So this passive voice of this sentence must be object. First of all, object. A fine speech. A fine speech. A fine speech. Fine speech is a singular number, then was not. A fine speech was not delivered. Third form of delivered. 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 A fine speech was not delivered by. They would be changed in them. This is the simple and negative form of past indefinite tense. We will go ahead. Past indefinite, then simple negative, interrogative. Interrogative. Interrogative means question. There are two types of interrogative. First, in interrogative tense, sentence would be in interrogative form, and that will begin with did. So structure would be like was, were plus subject, object plus third form of verb, plus by plus subject, and there is question mark. Sentence would be like, did you prepare pudding today? Sentence is, did you prepare pudding today? In this sentence, we will recognize that this sentence is of past indefinite and in interrogative form of number 1. So, pudding is the singular number. Then here object was pudding, prepared. Prepared by you, and here is question mark. This is like interrogative number 1, and after that second interrogative number 2, in which there is word of interrogative sign like who, which, where, how. Structure would be like, first of all, question word, or which we can say WH word plus was, were plus question word plus or WH word plus was, were plus object plus third form of verb plus by plus subject plus question mark. Suppose sentence is, who built the Taj? First of all, question word. So in such type of sentence in which there is who, we can add by whom in last of the sentence or in the beginning of the sentence. So this would be like that, by whom was the Taj, built. Third form of built. So this is the passive voice of simple, present, present indefinite, present negative, and both of interrogative. After that, passive voice of past indefinite and past continuous tense. Past continuous tense. First of all, we should know about the what is past continuous tense. In past continuous tense, there is such type of sentence: subject plus was a verb plus plus ing in verb, first form of verb, plus object. The sentence would be like that. So if we translate in passive form, so first of all we will study simple. Simple object plus was were plus being object plus was were plus being plus third form of verb third form of verb plus by plus subject plus. If sentence is like that, she is decorating her class for inspection. First of all, here must be was. She was decorating the class for inspection. So we would identify that she is a subject, was is helping verb, decorating is verb, and her class is object. First of all, we would add here object. Her class was being. We have to put here being carefully. Being, the class was being decorating. So first form of decorate, second form of decorated, third form is decorated. The class was being decorated by, she would be changed in her, by her, for inspection. This is passive voice of simple tense. After that, negative. Sentence, the structure of negative of past tense in passive voice like that: object plus was were plus not or never plus being plus third form of verb plus by plus subject. Suppose sentence is you were doing the domestic work yesterday. Sentence is in past continuous tense and in negative form. You were not doing the domestic work yesterday. So passive object is domestic work. First of all, that will be put over here. The domestic work was not, do, did, done, was not done. You would be same, were done by you yesterday. This is negative form of past continuous tense, simple negative, and after that interrogative. Number 1. Sentence would be like that. Structure: was, were plus object plus being plus was, were, object plus being plus third form of verb plus by plus subject. Sentence would be like that. In active form: was she cooking rice in the kitchen. Sentence is in interrogative form. So the structure in passive voice would be like that. The rice is in simple form, simple in singular number. So was rice, being third form of verb, cooked by, she would be changed in her, by her, in the kitchen, like that. This is interrogative number 1. Interrogative number 2, where question word will become like that. So structure would be like WH word plus was, were plus object plus being plus third form of verb plus by plus subject. Sentence in active voice, that must be: how was, past continuous, how was he preparing for civil exam. How was he preparing for civil exam? So in passive voice, first of all, WH word: how was civil exam, how was civil exam being prepared by, he would be changed in him, by him. So this is the passive voice of past indefinite, simple negative, interrogative, and past continuous, simple negative, and interrogative. After that we will past continuous, past indefinite, past continuous, past perfect. We will study about the past perfect tense. Past perfect tense. Firstly, we should know about what is past perfect. In past perfect tense, there is use of had, and after that third form of verb. So such type of tense, this is of past perfect tense. In passive form, simple simple. If sentence in passive voice, structure would be like that: object plus had been plus third form of verb, object plus had been plus third form of verb plus by plus subject. Suppose sentence is the hunter had killed all the animals. The hunter had killed all the animals. So we should be aware about that this sentence is of past perfect, subject plus had plus third form of verb plus object. In passive form, first of all we will add here object. Object is all the animals, all the animals had been killed, third form of word killed. All the animals had been killed by the hunter. So this is the passive form of past perfect tense in simple form. After that, in negative, structure would be like that: object plus had plus not or never plus been plus third form of verb plus by plus subject. अब suppose sentence is she had not knitted a sweater for me. So the object is a sweater had not been, third form of verb just like the same, knitted, had not knitted. A sweater had not been knitted by she would be changed in her, by her for me. This is the simple and negative form of passive voice of past perfect tense. After that we will go ahead interrogative. Interrogative number 1. Structure would be of passive voice would be like that: had plus object plus been plus third form of verb plus by plus subject. If sentence is like that: had I collected all the amount from customers. So what is object? Object is all the amount. All, first of all we would put here had. had all the amount been collected by had all the amount been collected by me from all the amount from customers. So sentence would be had all the amount been collected by me from the customers. This is the past interrogative form of past perfect tense. After that, interrogative form of interrogative number 2. Interrogative in number 2, we will put here WH word plus had plus object plus been plus third form of verb plus third form of verb plus by plus subject plus question mark. Sentence would be like that: when had you performed a play, performed a role in the play. So firstly we will identify what is object. Object is a role in the play. So WH word would be like same: when had a role in the play, when had a role in the play been performed by you and question mark. So this is the section of passive voice of past indefinite, past continuous, simple negative, interrogative, and past perfect, simple negative and interrogative. And another section we will discuss about the passive voice of future tense and imperative tenses. Thank you for watching.